motherfucking.
Man, let's do it, fellas. Redeem yourself, Chase. Motherfucker nigga smack. Hey, hell. You put my niggas, hey, hell, you put my niggas' tributes back up.
You gotta pull them.
Hey, hell, you put my niggas' tributes back regular after the game and shit. They morale back right how they supposed to be.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you gotta do.
He left my niggas
I
down.
don't even know if you won. What's your record? You might have won that game.
Hey, I'm finna play strong, guys. I'm finna play strong. Yeah. Nigga done dropped the nigga morale, turned the nigga spirit down and shit.
Oh, nah, you lost. They gave you the L.
Feel me?
It was the first sim. They gave you the L.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Yeah. Hell.
Oh, boy.
50 the mic. 50 the mic. Let's go, go, go.
Now, I told Sully I was tanking in his league. How the fuck I win 3 games?
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
18 and 0, 25. I mean, 0 and 25, nigga.
In this case, it's dust covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right?
Who are you talking about,
now
Jesus?
we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah, get you one, Moses. Get you a pick 6, Moses.
Yeah, well, you lost
Get you a pick 6, Moses.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6.
Get you a pick 6, Moses.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive.
Defense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around to figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quick.
Nah, man, last time I talked to you, you would have told Matt Neese.
Nah, Matt Neese was with me, bro. Matt Neese was with me, bro. And then Matt Neese was
Get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
No, nigga doing, bro. I was hurt too, bro.
Matt Neese is done with me, bro.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Nah. It wasn't.
They begin
It
the
wasn't
drive
like
with
that,
Johnson,
bro. You know it wasn't
and
like
he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first
you
down carry,
you
so
already
it's
know
2nd
how
and
it was
9.
like. You already know how.
The scouting report on him is
And
that he
then
doesn't possess
Neese
the
was
eye
push
discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is
They can't
his
get no
ability to
trains
read,
out me.
react,
I
and make
got
a
me,
play.
bro. I told you,
On that
think
one,
about my part.
he looked like one of those guys.
Bro, he gotta send me a first
That
round.
means waiting on that practice squad to open up.
I already know that. Hey, look, before I played this game, I would've looked at my practice squad. They still think they trying to pick it up. So I know it.
Brought down, getting this one up to
One nigga he over there been hacking. That's why he been hacking.
Get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
On the Raiders.
Hey, Alpha.
Oh, that's what I need to do.
Mike's 50.
Back to throw now on first down.
Oh no!
And this will be
Don't
incomplete.
try a nigga with an X
Physical
on him.
play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Ready. 15 or stop. 15 now. Recon, 132 fighting. Hey, echo.
They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball.
Oh, I done told you, bro. I just told you. That man ain't going, bro.
Dante Jackson picks
that man ain't
it.
going
Big
right
turnover
there,
there as his guys will get the football back.
On the set.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good.
Let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now a handoff looking right. Very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Nope. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and inches?
You got to be close to 40.
4th and inches?
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
Oh, I'm missing somebody on my fucking D-line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles. Just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Look at me, zipper. Man, I got you. No, check that. We want Mike 52. Hey, wahoo.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And
complete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch. Hey, exit.
They give to Johnson going right. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
What's going on, bro?
Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Whip. Watch the whip.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
So, you can't get my truck back the money.
Set, ready, 8-3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
All right, bro.
Ready, set. Squeeze. Here we go. Bravo. 40's the mark. And it's getting that home. My 40. Got to do better. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's it, buddy.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe
Touchdown, Carolina! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Hell nah, nigga. Your cheating ass, nigga. Ain't nothing for you, nigga.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They kind of script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Now. Hey, Foxtrot. Hurry up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Mike 52. I'm here all day. Get it.
2nd and 10. snap. It's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Florida State, FSU?
A gain of 1 brings up third down.
And Boogie. I got two Florida State.
And the line
next
to
to
gain
each other on my
here is the
D-line, but
37
two
on
on.
third down.
Right next to each other.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Brad Burns and Xavier Peterson. I'm talking about over.
I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result.
But did you see O'Neal just come up out of nowhere?
To the defense. They outguessed them.
But I picked it though on a user alert.
The pass.
But O'Neal came down and finna take away everything from
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing
and
feeling
Chris.
right now.
Good block, Chris.
But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense.
Hey, did you see that block Chris went out there, mate?
Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Tighten up. Watch twist.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mike 51. Get that quarterback.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert wants a screen pass. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw. Herbert. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Yes, Lord.
This is caught
Yes,
inside
Lord,
the
Measle.
5.
Yes, Lord, Measle.
Touchdown.
That's what I'm fucking play out there.
In for the
I
score.
saw Chris. I saw going to that
Panthers
man on this.
their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone,
my kicker
that's
like
what
an
you're paying
alien
him
back
for.
there.
That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with
Yeah,
your first
mate.
catch. Take it to the house.
And what his zone and shit is and all that shit. Yeah.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So do your shit some kind of way with your team name, however you want, but long as you put your team.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape.
My time, Chase, you did that.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
I know
it's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
52's the mic, boy. 52. Hey, Charlie, get it.
Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete.
Man, that Charles got 50 man. Cross that
Lions touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Now add Maine in there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ready? Drop deep, drop deep. Tight left. Hey. We got 3. Hey. High 7.
To throw on second down. Herbert, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Able to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Anybody see that play just there, my G?
Momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. He goes 67 yards on the punt return as his guys are back within a single score.
That doesn't wake up the home
You watching
crowd.
my game, Troy?
Touchdown, and you know how much I love momentum plays.
Yeah, and like you just said, kind of gets his home crowd into it. We'll see how they handle it moving forward. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do.
According to how you getting them off, though.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about
Yeah,
the
no, you gotta do what
19-yard
they ask him
line.
for.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers
18.
out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, Herbert, he's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a potential turning point is out the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Don't let this nigga make two fruity ass plays.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Bam. Bam.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Okay.
Nowhere to
I was just
escape,
gonna say,
and
where
he
the fuck
goes
y'all
down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
You call the timeout? Better be.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17.
Look at me. Go.
It's your assignment, Bryson. You know that.
Ready, ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Bryce, how you get that?
Left side, it's
How you
complete.
get it up and I just left it up,
23
right?
yards the pickup there.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Carlson is good. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. At the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
At the 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Keep it out. You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there. Show it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to look deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81. We go. Hey, Alpha. Hey,
they'll drop the throw. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 80 weapons. Check. Hot. Deep rip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
You see my kicker, bro? My kicker like an alien, bro.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200,
it
took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No longer told my offense right here. The punt doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Go. Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback.
Now you want to break the nigga tackle.
Is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 50, check 50. Jim. Check.
Back to throw. Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Let's get off the field, G. Let's get off the field. 6-6, pull it high. Big grip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the... He's got his man. It's touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score.
Check 99.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
Slam, slam, slam. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Hard, hard. Slam. Shit, shit. Hey, Sam off. Bang, bang. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Get ready. Check three, check three. Shoot, shoot. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check. Watch the ship. Roll out. Watch the ship. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ricky. Check 24. Alert 3. Check 4. He's coming. We got double up. Look, squeeze. Rocky. Tighten up. What?
On second down now, Bean. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Leo. Rush in. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
You draw Porter. Hey, Wahoo! 51's the mic. Get it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. That's going to be caught. That's back to that man, over 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns and he's got him in the lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Look at me. Go. Go. Jackrabbit. Come on. Under 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Looking to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
Bravo.
He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hey, box drop. Right 52.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Ready?
Now they try the right side here. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yeah.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Check 26. Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey,
lock it. Check. Crouch.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
Ready up. 40. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Hey, Delta. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
On the ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 4.
To throw again. Herbert.
Throw the ball,
He's
son.
going to go
That's a
down.
touchdown.
They sack him back at the 42. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Carolina, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.